All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. My name is Boston. This is Josh. This is our podcast, Obsessed and Unimpressed.
Hey.
This is episode 7, I believe. I think we were on 7. Uh, we have done 6 of these so far, which is out of my mind. I've, I can't believe I've stuck up with this for this long.
Yeah,
But
honestly, you dude, I have some
honestly,
stupid opinions apparently, but here
yes,
we are.
yes. And, yeah. um, this is our podcast or more of a social experiment for me. Can I get Josh
Yeah,
to love movies as much as I do? And I think I'm heading in the right direction, especially after our last
hopefully.
2 episodes,
Go check them
which
out.
ironically are the 2 episodes that I was like, all right, these two aren't going to work.
You really thought so?
But I was like these. I was going down the
Dang.
list. I was going down my 4 while I was writing my notes,
Mhm.
and I was like, yeah, this is not going to be. Uh,
Mhm.
These are not gonna be home runs. I was like Baby Driver and American Psycho. I was like maybe Baby Driver he would like just because it's an action film. It's simple. It's fun.
Mhm.
It's a good film. But you absolutely loved American Psycho, which
I did.
made me so proud. That made me so happy. Uh, but today we're kind of shifting gears a little bit. Instead of talking about just great films in general, we are talking about the 2001 masterpiece that is Zoolander, directed and starring Ben Stiller, uh, Owen Wilson, and Will Ferrell, along with many others we will talk about later on.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
this is Ben Stiller's real breakout directorial movie. He did a couple films after this, like Tropic Thunder and Secret Life of Walter Mitty. As a director, I think he got his big break in Seinfeld
Was it
as a character
Seinfeld?
there. Yeah, he's what's his name? Jerry Stiller's son, who is
Oh.
the Balls
Okay.
Models CEO in the movie. That's Ben Stiller's dad
Oh.
in real
Okay. Yeah.
life. The guy that like grabbed that girl's ass in it.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Ben Stiller's dad. That's Jerry Stiller, who was a comedian who was on Seinfeld forever. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
that whole family line is hilarious. But this is a great movie, a very fun movie, one of my favorite comedies ever. Right behind Team America World Police and Tropic Thunder. Uh, this is one of the funniest films I've watched in a while.
Okay.
Josh has not seen it before. He watched it a little bit ago,
Yes.
and
Yes. Yes.
I am very excited to hear what Josh has to say about this film. So, Josh, tell me, what did you think about Ben Stiller's Zoolander?
Well, Zoolander was an experience to say the less, to say the
Yep.
least. It's an
Good. Hit
experience.
the nail right on the head right there, buddy.
Um,
That's exactly what it is.
an experience to say the least. Is it a good one? I wouldn't put it up too high up there with a good watch, but I think that it's got a lot of good moments, but I think
Mhm.
just overall I don't love it. Like I really don't. And
Okay. This isn't a film I'm not super attached to. I love this movie, but it's a comedy, and comedy is subjective. I can't hate on somebody for not that finding this movie
yeah,
funny.
like I could tell, like I could. It's like it's exactly how I think about like comedy movies. It's like comedy is a
Mhm.
subjective thing. Like if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
You really don't
Um,
though. If you don't, if you don't
yeah,
like it,
but
you really don't
like
like
there was
it.
moments that I did like, but there was like also like it was kind of like 50-50 for me. It's like you like
Okay.
I could I liked some of it, but I also didn't like some of it.
I'll start off the bat. What did you not like about it? Because that's gonna really, to me, determine like how I'm gonna talk to you about this movie.
Like okay,
Because I feel like the whole film like doesn't change. It's the exact same film the whole way.
yeah, like
Like at least comedically, I feel like it has the same tones and cadence throughout the whole film.
yeah, and I think it does, but I just after a while I just got tired of the humor because
I can see that. I can see
like
that.
it was like off the rip like okay this is kind of funny like male models that's funny like as
Hilarious.
a whole but like a
and then they kill
whole
like their assassins. It's
yeah,
hilarious.
male
That's
model
so funny.
assassins. That is the shtick of the
Yeah.
movie. Male model
Hmm.
brainwashed assassins. Like
Assassins.
that is a funny joke, but like
Yeah,
however like
it's
what
great.
90 minutes of it, like I don't
Mhm.
know. That's just not for me. Like I can respect
Um,
like the joke of it, but like after a while I was just like, all right, like let's how do we make this film how do I make this so that way I can actually watch to the end of it without getting tired of the same dang joke?
um, I gotta disagree with you. This is something that uh, I love is dumb humor, which is don't only dumb because it's deliberately trying to be. At the surface, it definitely is stupid, but if you dig deeper, you figure out how smart you have to be to write stuff as funny as what's in this movie. Right off the cuff, the opening scene with Will Ferrell, you see his like outline while like the other like
Mm-hmm.
clothing lines are saying that we got to kill this guy. We need somebody to do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'll get Ben Stiller." And the way he talks is so good. The way Will Ferrell talks in the opening scene is just unbelievably funny, and
Mm-hmm.
it gets me hooked every time I watch it. Like that scene's great. When you first get to the line where they are interviewing celebrities talking about Derek Zoolander
Mm.
is awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
You got like Natalie Portman be like, he's almost too good looking.
Almost
Because
too
also
good
it's Ben
looking.
Stiller. Ben Stiller isn't like the prettiest guy.
No.
And then you got Donald Trump on there, hilarious that he's there.
Oh, I thought
Every
that was a funny little touch. Yeah.
any early 2000s like appearance of Trump is like, oh yeah.
Like, oh,
Without Derek Zoolander, male modeling wouldn't be where it is today. It's like, what are
that
we
is a
talking about?
really funny
It's
line
great.
now. Like,
It's very funny,
now, that's really funny.
hilarious, hilarious.
hmm
Um,
Which is why I'm like 50-50 about this movie, because it has like those kind of moments where it's like, okay, that's
it
pretty
has its
funny.
moments.
But like, it's just like male models are dumb and now he's getting brainwashed to be an assassin. It's like,
Yeah. But it,
how.
it keeps adding to it. It keeps adding to it. Like the fact that like his manager is in charge of Ball's models is so funny. That's so funny.
I know, but like, I can't. There's just some dumb humor that I'm just like, no, no.
Like when they're and again, this is probably just gonna be a whole podcast of me just referencing the movie. Like when they get to the computer and they turn into apes, trying to figure out how it works.
That was
They
kind of
start
funny.
playing the theme. They start playing the theme from 2001. They
That was
start
kind of
banging it.
funny.
It's great. It's great. The rant at the end of Will Ferrell where he's like, I invented the piano key necktie. I invented it. It's so funny, dude. Like as somebody like my dad has a piano key necktie, and it's like every time I saw it, I was like the idiot that came up with that thing, and it was Will Ferrell. It's, he, it's just so good. I love this film. Um, I do understand just like hearing the same type of humor over and over again, being annoyed by it. Um, there's definitely a repetitiveness to it, which I think makes it as beautiful as it is, because it's repetitive, but I think it works a lot. A lot of the time, I think it works. It adds enough flavor of like you're kind of learning about the world that this stupid idea is based in. And like
Yeah.
the walk off, like it's gonna be a walk off scene, is one of the funniest scenes of all time.
Yeah, but like at the same
It's
time,
one
it's
I
just like, why did we like? What was the point of his dad and his brothers just being
There is no
abs?
point. It's
It's
it's it's
exactly.
supposed to be like there is no point.
It's just a. It's
That's my
just
boy,
yeah, and then like,
merman.
and then at the end of the movie, he's like, he actually like
That's my
backs his
boy.
son,
Yeah,
but like
it's
for the
so good.
entire
It's
rest of the
so
movie, it's
good.
like, no, I
Yeah,
don't
but
care
that's the
about this
point. It's
guy.
supposed to be stupid. It's supposed to be stupid. It's like yeah, every like coming of age film where like a guy goes back home is literally that exact film beat for beat, and they're just
Yeah,
parodying that and saying how stupid it is.
and I get
But
that, but I don't find a lot of humor in that stuff. Like I just think it was like
You're just
another.
miserable. I get it. You're just miserable. I
I
get
know
it.
I'm just a miserable human being.
Just a minute. I don't know how you can hate this movie. Like I
I
can
I
see if
don't
you're
I
like
don't
this
hate
isn't.
it. I don't hate
I
it.
can see.
I just I'm like I can just sit here and say that not all of this movie was for me, and
Okay.
I can sit back and say, hey, you enjoy it, you enjoy it. That's great. I just didn't enjoy all of it. I think that there was enjoyable moments,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that it was at least worth a watch. Cause like like I understand like Zoolander is like a big movie, and that like a lot
Yeah.
of people like Zoolander. So it's like okay,
Yeah.
like it's got a lot of quotable moments, like the thing for
But why male
ants, like that was
models?
funny.
Yeah.
But
What
why
is
male
this?
models?
But why? Yeah.
But for ants, like
Uh.
that was funny.
Yeah. Like it's he gives this whole speech about like the CIA was like involved in like making them like special agents. And funny enough, the reason he said "but why male models" is because he forgot his next line of dialogue, and Ben Stiller forgot it, so he's
Oh,
like,
he
"Let me just
actually
say this
forgot
again."
his next line.
Yeah, he forgot it, and like his reaction is like genuine. He's like, "Were you lit? What?" It's he had no idea that that was going to be said.
Okay, that's
Uh,
cool. That's cool. That's cool.
yeah, like that's funny. The walk off scene, one of the funniest scenes in all of cinema, in my opinion. When you see Billy Zane, like his bald head in that hallway. He's like, "Yo, Derek, what's the new line coming out?" And he's like, "Close, you gotta tame the beast before you let it out of its cage." And he's like, "Yeah," and he's like, he's like, "Doesn't make sense." It's so good. Owen Wilson is hilarious. Me and my brother, like to this day, whenever we're like arguing, like he goes, he's like, "Are you challenging me to a walk off?" It's like me and my brother do that almost every time we see each other now. But which I think just me being biased to why I love that film. I
Yeah.
just I love it. I love that.
Yeah, and
I
like
love
just
it.
to me, it's like I can only remember certain things about this movie, and that's like about it. Like I can't really sit here and go like scene by scene for you because it's like I just can't really remember a whole lot of good things about it. Like just like
Mm.
the comedy was consistent throughout. Like yes, it was like yeah, it was like consistently comedic, but like I
Yeah,
just get tired of the same comedy being drug out over and
which I
over
get that.
again.
I get that. I get that.
And like yeah,
But it's
there's
also part of
moments.
that. This
There's
has me
moments.
worried because I think I put the scary movies onto the list up there, and it's basically the exact same film.
Oh
It's
god.
that early 2000s like it's that early 2000s like we're just gonna make stupid like dumb comedy. It's like the exact same thing.
Yeah, I just think that there's more to comedy than just being stupid and dumb. you know?
And there is, but you do have to like in my opinion, I do like have to like respect the dumb comedy just as much because at the end of the day, it's if it's funny, it's funny. You know, you can write one of the most genius jokes ever. I think Norm Macdonald is a genius at writing like complex dialogue to make a joke out of. And like I don't know if anybody else other than him could do it. But also you gotta respect just like the fart laugh technique. Or it's like it's not any deeper than this. Like just let's just have a good time. You know
Yeah,
that
and
that form I love. I love that form.
yeah, but like in my eyes, like that form of comedy can only take you so far. And for that form of comedy being like kind of the whole consensus of a movie,
You're not. I don't think you're supposed to go far with it. It's literally just like let's.
but
What's
like
the simplest thing?
the
How
whole
simple can we get?
the plot of the movie is dumb male models get brainwashed to be assassins, and
Yeah,
Ben
that's
Stiller
funny.
breaks that mold at the end
Mm-hmm.
with Owen Wilson. Like
You're
that is
treating
the
this
plot
like
of
a
the movie.
drama, and you're treating
Huh?
this like a drama. It's fascinating to me
No,
that
I'm
you're
not
like
treating
you're
it like a drama.
breaking down the story. The fact that you're breaking down the story is hilarious to me because you're this because listening to you, I'm like, is this how I sound to you?
Sometimes you do, but
I was like, is this how I sound?
I'm just saying, like I am very particular about my humor sometimes, and like if I just
Mm-hmm.
don't like it, I'm gonna say I don't like it, and I just
Yeah.
didn't love everything about this movie. And I'm not a big comedy movie guy either. Like if I don't like,
Oh, you already lost. You already lost.
I know, and like
You
I
already lost.
understand.
Once you
No,
start
like
cutting off a form of,
I'm not cutting
there's
it
nothing I
off.
could
It's
say.
just
There's
that's
nothing I
just
could
not.
say.
It's just not the movie that I'm gonna go for. You're never gonna catch me dead being like on the couch at home just watching a comedy movie. Like that's just not what I
Mhm.
do. I'd rather watch The Batman a million times before I watch a comedy movie in my free time. Like
Right.
that's just who I am. And
Hmm.
like I just don't love comedy movies. And I think because I think a lot of comedy movies are just stupid and shouldn't exist. Like I think there's a very small margin of comedy movies that I can say with confidence that are like, okay, this is a good movie that is labeled as a comedy movie.
Right.
So I'm just like
I
didn't
don't
jive with
agree.
all of
I
this
don't
movie.
agree.
That's all. Just didn't jive
I
with
don't
all the
agree.
movie.
I think you're thinking way too deep into this. You're thinking
But
way too
okay,
hard. You're
how can you
thinking
tell me
way
that
too hard into this.
how can you sit here and tell me that I'm thinking too hard when my general consensus is I didn't jive with the whole movie?
Yeah, but then you're like, yeah, but why Derek Jr. Like he switched sides at the end? It's like,
No, that I
who
don't care
cares?
about.
It's not
I
supposed to
don't care
make.
about that. That's that I
Yeah,
don't care
but
about that.
you're using it as reference as like like look at what like this the plot is. It's like no, you're missing the point. At least with comedy, it's never about the plot. It's what's going on in between the plot. That's where the movie shines. Is the stupid stuff that happens in between the main beats of the movie.
Yeah, but
That's where comedies shine, in my opinion. That's where
I
comedy.
think I would put like what is the movie called, like Daddy's Home? I'd put that above
Well,
Zoolander.
Mark,
It's like
we
one of
gotta
the Will
stop.
Ferrell movies.
We gotta stop this pod.
But like that
You
was
think?
actually like funny
See, this is
throughout.
what happens. This is what happens. You go off the rails. You go off the rails, and now I'm
Don't
getting
start
upset
pointing
about.
fingers at me now. Don't
Now
be
I'm getting
doing
upset about
that.
it. Now I'm getting upset that you picked a Mark Wahlberg comedy over arguably the greatest acting director ever.
That's not the point. You just said a comedy
That
movie's
is
not
that
supposed to
is
like you're not supposed to care about the plot.
yeah. Like I
And
said,
then you're gonna sit here and
comedy
say,
is
"Oh, this director's better than this one in my eyes, so I think
yeah.
it's dumb."
Comedy is subjective, but you're wrong. If you think that Daddy's Home is funnier than this movie,
I'm not gonna win if that's your angle.
and
I can't.
the general consensus agrees with me. It's just like, how could you say that? How could you say that? It's Daddy's Home is funnier to you than Zoolander.
I found more enjoyment in that movie than Zoolander. Yes.
That's retarded. That's so stupid.
Sue me.
That's so stupid.
Ford
Like,
Flex rocks way more.
see. This is. I need to start getting paid for this soon. Like I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go. If I get to argue about Zoolander, this is where I gotta be. Is arguing with you about Zoolander.
Hey,
I'm
this is
doomed. I'm doomed.
you wanted to do this, first of all.
I don't know why I did. Why- I don't know why I did.
I I am
I
a
didn't know you had
simpleton.
so many.
I stand on what I say, said what I meant,
I
and I
didn't know
meant
you
what
had
I
this.
said.
I didn't know your opinions were this bad.
And I didn't know you were this stuck up about Zoolander.
No, but when you compare it to an awful movie like Daddy's Home, I'm
I
gonna
don't
be like,
okay.
are you on drugs?
No, I look at Daddy's Home the same way that you look at Zoolander. Like it's not about the plot, it's the humor and the comedy. It's dumb,
There is
but
no humor.
there is humor in Daddy's Home.
Stop.
There is.
Stop. Are you?
And I actually think that the plot of
I
Daddy's
can't do this,
Home
bro.
is better than
I
Zoolander's
can't do
plot.
this. I can't do this.
Well, here
This
you
actually
are.
drives me insane. I can't believe that this is your opinion. I'm literally like in
Listen,
awe of this. Yeah.
you're looking up to Jesus right now, questioning your
Yeah. I
existence.
am praying. I'm currently praying that you turn from your satanic ways You accept that Zoolander is so much funnier than Daddy's
I don't
Home.
think it is. I don't think it is.
All right, we gotta wrap this up.
What do you mean we're gonna wrap this up?
We got we can't. I can't do this. We got one more movie to go, and I don't want to get in. I don't want to get pissed going into this movie. I want to go into it happy, good to go. I can't do that if you're making me upset about a Ben Stiller movie.
Okay,
I
you
knew this was
can't
coming.
just you
I
can't
knew
boil
I
the
knew
you
this was
can't
coming.
boil Zoolander down to being a Ben Stiller movie, because I don't think Zoolander could be any good that it barely is without Owen Wilson and Will Ferrell. I don't think Ben Stiller carries that movie at
I'm
all.
okay. Now I know you have no idea what you're talking about. Now I know you have
I don't
no
care
clue.
if you don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. This is how I perceive the movie, as a simpleton that gets
You
unimpressed.
haven't
Okay?
you haven't
That's what
seen
I'm
you haven't seen
saying.
Tropic Thunder. You haven't seen Tropic
No.
Thunder. You haven't seen Heavyweights. You
No.
haven't seen dude.
And I don't care.
If
I
you
don't
watch
care.
those films, if you watch those movies, you'll understand how wrong you are.
All right, you know
You'll
what?
understand how wrong you are.
When we get around to those movies for this
Yeah,
podcast,
you're
you know
gonna
what?
see why. You're
I
gonna
will
see.
write down when I
You're gonna
pick
see
out
why.
that one of those movies that I will go
Yeah,
back, and if I feel
please.
so willing to, I will re-rank Zoolander.
You're gonna. Well, yeah. That's why I wanted. That's why I wanted the tier list to be like movable.
And
For if you're like, you know what, I'm
it is
feeling.
for us, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we'll be able to do that. But
yeah. We'll be able to do that. But I'm
but
just saying,
like
you're gonna watch those films and you're gonna see why Ben Stiller is the reason that these movies are as funny as they are. He's
I
a
can't.
genius. He
No.
is a genius.
I think he's a
All right.
great actor. I think he's a great
I
director. I just think that this movie was not it.
can't argue with ignorance.
I'm not arguing.
You haven't seen
I'm not
you haven't seen
ignorant.
those movies.
How
You haven't
does
seen those movies.
how does Tropic Thunder have anything to do with Zoolander? Solely because Ben Stiller is in it. I have to know.
That's
I have to
that's
know
like
right now. I have to know right
why
now.
you're gonna see why he wrote it. He wrote both of these.
Okay, great.
Like he's the brain force. He's the brain force behind the comedy. Like,
Mhm.
and again, you can't take comedy on the page isn't anything until it's taken off the page. But still, you don't have anything until you have it on the page. And Ben Stiller put it on the page.
Mhm.
All right, all of the Ground Zero. That's all Ben Stiller.
Okay. That's really
Right? You can be
impressive
like,
and
oh,
that's really
Owen
cool.
Wilson's funny. Owen Wilson is hilarious in that movie. He isn't funny without Ben Stiller writing that stuff for him. Same with Will Ferrell. You could argue that they're funnier than him in the movie, which sure, that's fine. They're not funny without Ben Stiller. They're not, and it's the same thing with Tropic Thunder. The exact same thing. It's like when you
Okay.
have an actor director like Ben Stiller, it's hard to be like oh well, they don't like you can't like, and I'm not disagreeing. Ben is almost the weak point of most of the films that he's in. He's not the weak point, but he's a weak point of them. But I think it's only because he wants the better dialogue to go to the people he thinks are better at acting than he is, which he's been perfect with so far. I think he's perfect with it, in my opinion.
I can't give this movie a good rating. Can't do
All
it.
right, where are we ranking it? We gotta get this over.
All right, you know where I'm gonna put it?
Where I don't.
You wanna know where I'm wanting to put it? This guy. This
I
is
don't think I
it.
do. I don't think I do. I don't
This
think I do.
is all right. You ready for this? This is a D
Don't
tier
look at me like
movie.
that. Jesus Christ.
This is a
What
D
else is
tier
in
movie.
what else is in D right now?
Nothing. This is our first D tier movie. I can't even put this at middle ground. Like I can't do it. Can't do it.
This is B tier. This is easy B tier.
This
This
is
is an
easy
easy B
B
tier movie.
tier.
It's easy. Easy. Not even a debate.
What?
Not even a debate. You could
No.
argue it's A. You
No.
could argue it's an A tier.
No.
You could argue it's
No.
A. You could
No.
argue it's A. You could
No.
argue it's A.
No.
Easy.
Mm-mm.
Easy argue that you could A.
I can't even justify a C.
Easy.
Can't even justify a C.
All right, we gotta wrap this up. I can't do this. It's too late. It's too late. I can't. My blood pressure's up.
Sorry, can't do it.
I can feel it. I can feel it. This is insane. This is insane. Do you have anything you want to add to piss me off more? Is there anything else you want to? Is there anything else you want to ruin my day by bringing up?
I said what I said, and I stand on it.
All right, whatever, dude. All right, you can be wrong. That's fine. All
You know
right,
what? I'll be wrong. Whatever.
that's fine. Uh, thank you guys so much for listening. I really do
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We might argue a lot on the show, but I
I feel
can
like that's what you
genuinely
guys
say I
watch
do have
for.
yeah, I hope not. I hope not, because personally I have more fun when we agree on something. Uh,
I
but
have a lot more fun
um,
when we disagree. So that's why
yeah,
this
because you're
show's so great.
because you're annoying. But thank you guys so
You
much
love
for
me.
listening. Uh, again, I do not know whether or not this is just going to be on YouTube at this point, or if we're going to get Spotify and Apple
Yeah,
all that figured out.
maybe.
Um, if not, we really appreciate the three of you that watch it on YouTube. We
Mm-hmm.
really,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yes.
please subscribe. Let your friends
Yes.
know. This is something that I think me and Josh both can agree on, that this is something we both enjoy a lot
Yeah, I really
to
do
do.
enjoy doing this. This is fun. This is a fun
Um,
little outlet
it's
for me.
fun. Exactly. It's a fun little outlet. It's nice to talk about something that you're learning,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
you're not involved in the world as much, and it's fun explaining as somebody that has always been around this world to somebody that doesn't.
Yeah.
So I think we're both getting something out of it. But please let us know what you think. Write down always write down new movies that we
Mm-hmm.
would love
Mm-hmm.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you want us to watch, or you think we haven't seen yet?
Yep.
I'm
Yes.
definitely gonna watch them. I don't know if Josh will watch them, but I love hearing
Maybe.
new movie ideas. But Josh, is there anything else you want to add?
Nope. Just yeah. Just don't you dare comment a movie I've already seen, because if you
Because
do, you are gone, man, for
even
life.
though we're a small channel, we gotta stick to our
Even though we gotta stick to
morals.
our morals. Got to.
So, thank you guys. We do each and every one of you. Josh is crashing up now, but that's fine.
No, you're crashing,
Are you?
bro.
So it's funny
Oh
that it's
no.
happening at the episode.
Of course it's happening right at the end of the episode. Oh
Uh,
gosh.
it's fine. If it's fine, I'm good over here.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no, I lost him. Okay. Well, you guys like and
Can
subscribe.
somewhat hear that. I gotta wait.
Oh my god. And he's guys, just episode done. We love you.
Guys,
See you in the next
appreciate
one.